All right, so today's topic is starting over. So, a lot of you have been blessed with new beginnings, and those of you who have not been blessed with new beginnings, you don't understand that you're trying to sabotage someone's new beginning is actually helping them have a new beginning. Okay? So, in these new beginnings, we're starting over from scratch. We're changing the way we think. We're doing things so different than what we were taught how to do it, that these new beginnings is us starting from scratch. You know, if you came from a family that did things a certain way and you're the one who decided not to do it, and now you're blessed with a new opportunity, you know, you're going to be stepping outside your comfort zone, doing things completely different for you and your legacy. It can be a bit scary. But at the same time, it's not the kind of scary where when you were dealing with a lot of narcissistic abuse or when you didn't know what was going on. This is the kind of scary where we're being, where our mindset is changing, where we're having to, you know, be gentle with ourselves instead of trying to appear to be something we're not, aka perfect. You know, a lot of narcissistic abuse targeted every little thing that we did. Like if we said something a certain way, someone would put a label on us just so we could stop being ourselves, so their truth wouldn't come out. And now it's like there's ghosts of the past that is following us around. Like, oh, you're doing this now? You know, it's like the past can't get to us, but the ghost of the past, well, they're showing up in our lives so that we can heal from it. So your ghost may show up as, you know, you want to say something a certain way, and someone you could grew up around constantly would say something about the way you would say stuff, and you would think, okay, I don't want to say that, but you may be having this urge to say something in a certain way, and you might be like, okay, well, if I say it, what if it's misinterpreted? Well, if it's misinterpreted, it's misinterpreted, you know? I mean, think about it. We've all misinterpreted things. And if, you know, someone or even you doesn't take the time to slow down and understand that everyone thinks differently, well, that's going to be a lesson for us, you know, for that individual or for yourself to learn. I saw a movie called Fugitive at 17. It's on Lifetime, and I'm not really a big fan of Lifetime movies, but I saw how these people went above and beyond to misinterpret this empath. In fact, the one who went above and beyond to misinterpret the empath, guilt and shame ate at her so bad to the point that, you know, when the case was solved, she wanted to enjoy bonding time with the empath and her grandmother. And the empath, being so sweet and things like that, was like, yeah, share this moment of celebration with us. Even though this was the same detective that was dedicated to misunderstanding her. This was the same detective that clearly saw she was basically playing something from a past case, and because she didn't want to appear as if she had been wrong about that case, you know, in any way, she really wanted to clear her name with this person who was an empath. So it was easy for her to, you know, project her shortcomings into the empath. She was so determined to prove herself, you know, to prove to herself that she was right about the case. She didn't want to admit that, you know, she was human and it was okay to have a lapse in judgment. She was working with an ex-husband of hers who would downplay her in front of everybody, so everybody else would downplay her. So she would overcompensate, trying to make up for a moment in time that was just getting dragged on and on. And so when she met this empath, and this empath did everything except the opposite of what she was telling her to do, she really wanted to just emerge herself into that empath's life. The empath ended up, proving that the woman was wrong. And it was very interesting, though, because I picked up on something. If the woman's life had not been put in danger, she would have still been targeting that empath. So because she felt safer with the empath, she, found a way to emerge herself into the empath's life. Like we have this bonding moment where we were both almost killed by somebody. And this is why I started to realize, this is why a lot of karmic cycles have continued for us empaths, because the people that weren't really there to support us, from the get-go, who made it so we constantly felt who made it so we constantly felt we were under attack. When we have moments of celebration, they want to celebrate with us. And then, right before karma shows up, and it's like, where we're being seen for who we are, the same people that didn't want us to celebrate at all were the main ones trying to basically fuck our shit up. Okay. Ooh, that was interesting. So I guess with this starting over, us empaths are gonna have to learn. If somebody was rooting on your downfall while you was trying to just get a breather in, and trying to celebrate just your beautiful life, not celebrating, oh my gosh, I won something big and on a public scale. You were just simply trying to celebrate your peace, and these people was in and out your life trying to cause you damage. Well, just know they gonna definitely be trying to celebrate with you. Like I had somebody from a number call my phone, and a number I don't give out. So somebody been giving my number out to some people they shouldn't have been doing it to. And this person called me twice, like, you gonna answer this phone, and I hung the phone. So one thing that us empaths used to do when we would show up winning, the same people that was trying to mess it up for us, they want to celebrate with us. So starting over means we're gonna be doing something brand new. Whoever was trying to take you down, well, let us stay looking on the outside, looking in. Because what I noticed is that detective got a little too comfortable. She got so comfortable, I could see that whatever unhealed trauma she had that was playing her head, she would start causing causing a war. Real, like she would be real sneaky about it. And it would be this constant cycle of, okay, I'm trying to put your mind, but the empath would be like, I'm trying to put your mind at ease. What you think is happening is not happening. And so the starting over that we empaths are doing right now is not so where we are coddling adult narcissists who do not want to heal, so they keep trying to, well, this is how I feel, so it must be right. No, what you feel is not right. Interesting. So us starting over is making it so the past can't come in. It don't mean they ain't gonna try, but there's no need to fear it. When you get back to your homeostasis state, you gonna start to realize it's not that you was born in this world defenseless. Somebody didn't want you to defend yourself against them. a parental figure maybe. For some, it could be you could grow up in a family of empaths who didn't know they was empaths, and it was a continuation of empaths being abused, and maybe you the empath that decided to step outside the box, you know, and your family just like wanting to come back into your life because they realized you was always on to something. However, starting over means you're gonna be doing something different. So we'll pull a couple cards and do a 3-card pick a card. I hope this helps you guys. I'm eating black eyed peas again. I really like black eyed peas. Okay. All right, so all right. I fill out. We have 4 of Wands in reverse, supported by 2 of Hearts. So starting over, we learned about romance in the home, okay? So if you grew up in a home where toxicity was normalized, you're going to be one of the first people, you broke the generational curse, to go about starting connections of any kind from a brand new slate. Now, this may be a bit difficult. You may be wondering, I need some advice. I'm seeing things from a brand new pair of eyes, and it's getting me out my comfort zone. When it comes to matters of the heart, a lot of empaths are getting honest about how they feel about what it is they want. And they're starting to see the family unit they grew up in with this 4 of clubs in reverse isn't what they desire. You got the 3 of clubs, 7 of wands, and 4 of clubs. So a lot of empaths are walking away from old family dynamics, even if that means it's your mother. It means it could be your father. It could be a person you got a family with. Whoever you feel like you constantly have to, you know, be protecting yourself against or walking away from that. Because he realized, wait, I don't have to live on edge around the people supposed to be supporting me, but they the ones making me feel like I have to protect myself from them. And it's starting over. It's really taking place in the mind too. And it's showing up in our home lives. And the connections that we're choosing. Anybody that we feel we have to protect our energy from, that they're not welcome into our lives. So we're getting used to removing these people, but with this new world order that's upon us, so how do we, welcome in our soul tribe family, okay? People that we don't have to be feeling like, we got to take a spiritual bath to cleanse our energy after being in their presence. Or we don't have to wonder, did they put something in our food? Well, we don't have to wonder if we get too close to them, are they going to try something to hurt us? Like, those days are coming to an end. So it's like there's this energy of a big ending in the old dynamic of relationships taking place. And we're trusting the universe and our spirit guides as they're telling us how to do it and what to do with these dynamics. And we're leaving behind the narrative of how we used to think our life was. So all this is taking place on a mental level and an emotional, but mostly a mental level, okay? And this starting over is not, it's like you may not be able to see it in the 3D, but it will eventually show up. But when it does show up in the 3D, it's going to be a change that is here to stay. And you're going to be able to, make changes and adjustments to it as time goes along. So we got this King of Diamonds and Jack of Hearts. So what this is telling me is starting over, empaths are allowing the past and things that happened in the past from, trials and tribulations to help them, create that legacy wealth. I mean, you have people talking about, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that. However, there's a lot that goes into manifestation. There's a heightened sense of awareness that goes into really being able to be a master manifester. And anyone that's trying to sacrifice you for your gifts or for your blessings, hoping, I'll set an empath up, let them do all the work, and I go in and take the bait and everything. It don't work like that. The more self-aware you become, you start to realize that people who are your enemies can be a reflection of you in some form or fashion. And when you learn self-mastery, you realize what their weaknesses are, and you have a choice in this starting over phase. Do I become a narcissist to them as they are to me? Or do I stay connected to the root of who I am? Now, that doesn't mean you're going to sit there and just take any and everything that a narcissist is trying to give to you. No, it just simply means, you delve into your higher self. You're much more aware that if I'm exposed to certain things, then what do I need to do to rebalance myself? So in this time, as you're starting over and you don't have a lot of availability for people, you may notice individuals trying to make up excuses to be in your presence, okay? And if it's like, matters where it's like ink, pen, and paper, you're going to start to notice the ridiculousness of it, because especially if you're an empath, you're going to start to notice people would say, well, what we're doing is important here, so let's everyone stay focused. And you're going to start to notice just a whole bunch of people in regret about the way their lives turned out. And all they really want to do is have a form of connection with someone who's trustworthy. But the thing is, because they're not trustworthy and they don't even know how to tell the truth to save their own lives, they're still going to do narcissistic shit. That's why I go back to that movie, Fugitive at 17. The cop or the slash detective was still going to start wars with the young lady and her family, because she wanted to understand, how is it you're the way you are and you've been through this, and I'm this way and I have been through less than you. You know, so there's this understanding that when you starting over and you putting an end to allowing a revolving door of narcissistic abuse in and out your life, be mindful that it always starts out innocent, especially when the narcissist, you know, has nothing and they have a lot to lose. Okay. Now, and in the past, us empaths believe we had to tolerate a lot of shit that was making us sick. So we're coming to an age where empaths are not tolerating shit that's gonna make them sick. So you're gonna see life morality extend for empaths and is going to decline for narcissists. Okay, and it's gonna be less tyranny. Let's get another car, and then we're gonna get into the 3-pound picker car. Nine of clubs, king of diamonds, and queen of hearts. So gone are the days for empaths. It doesn't matter if a narcissist is like, I'm still gonna keep trying. Basically, the narcissist wearing and tearing their own immune system down. Their body's draining. Us empaths of this queen of hearts, we're basically focusing on our king of diamonds right now. Okay? All the while, the narcissists that we have discarded, this jack of spades, they're still in this very immature mental state, which is fueled by this 5 of cups by grief and despair. While us empaths, with this jack of hearts, we are allowing the innocence of our souls to create. Okay, so as I stated, in this starting over phase, be mindful that you're going to be learning different ways to respond or not respond, and you're going to cancel out reacting to people trying to just get in your space because they're surrounded by cold people and they're feeling cold inside and they want to feel warm again. You know, there's going to be some new narcissistic tactics, but if you slow down, you can go at the pace of a snail. You're going to start to notice it's really a whole bunch of stuff put together. Okay, and it's going to be easy to identify it with hold on. Simply by watching. Today there was a man who was speaking in Spanish to Spanish people, and to me he spoke in English. Now he was speaking a great deal of information to the people who spoke Spanish, and he didn't say much about what was going on when he asked me for help. But what I picked up on the situation is to not fear my energy being exploited. I can't stop the way people are gonna respond or react towards my energy. But also someone was just like, keep paying attention. I said, no, I don't know you and you don't know me. Go ask somebody who you know. And I didn't realize in that moment I was saying, go ask someone with a similar energy signature to your energy. And so a woman that he just kept badgering with information, because he was trying to give me less information as possible, make it seem like there's a language barrier here. The woman didn't want to share her phone, but because she didn't have good boundaries, you know, and these are the people I'm noticing, these karmic individuals, they don't have good boundaries, but they like to act like they're these, they want to act like they're a humanitarian, but they're really a martyr. These are the people who will stab you in the back. Well, the woman said, go ask them up front to use the phone. And he was like, no, I'm okay. So this right here was giving me, okay, you know, I understood he wanted privacy and things like that. But then as well, the woman let him use the phone, and when he had a chance to leave a message, he chose not to. So I thought, okay, maybe he just don't want to have the person call their phone back again, but the person's going to possibly call back, you know, if you think about it. And he didn't leave a message. So this right here was a red flag. Like, you're not trying to leave no traces. So the person called back, and, you know, his energy was shifty. He walked off, and the woman didn't want to say, I need to make sure my phone is in vicinity. But he didn't run off with the phone, but it's like he was speaking, and I'm not the best translator of Spanish. He was speaking in a way so the conversation would sound very normal, but the woman felt uneasy. It's also, I picked up on energy of people feeling like maybe I'm just misjudging this situation. After he gave the phone back, he still kept talking to the people as if what he had needed to get done had not gotten taken care of. And so this right here was a sign to me, I did the right thing. So starting over is meaning we're going to be looking at things differently, us empaths, okay? There's a huge energetic shift taking place for empaths. And those who say they want to be empaths, well, they're not going to be empathic, but they're going to be understanding what it's like to feel somebody tugging on you emotionally. Because a lot of narcissists are at a very vulnerable emotional state. And because they try to take on the attributes of an empath, or an empath who was off balance and had been beat down so much energetically, they was just like, I'm on something 27. They were just like, oh, okay. They're going to start to understand the importance of values, but I mean, the importance of boundaries. However, as difficult as it was for us empaths to start to form boundaries with us being consistently emotionally attacked, they're going to really start to understand to respect empaths. Because as empaths, we didn't come in this world would have been easy for us. And just because things are easy for us now don't mean we're going to let our guard down. We're using wisdom we got to make decisions. And we're consistently learning. So if you can look at it from a perspective of starting over, means our minds are getting a whole new makeover. Well, you can just imagine if your mind gets a makeover, then your experience with the world is going to be completely different. You know, like you may encounter someone who thinks that they're getting one over on you. And then you may realize, wait, it's not that you're getting one over on me. I can clearly see your intentions. And when, you know, I was narcissistically abused in the way you're thinking of doing it, there were some factors that came into play for it to act that way. For example, most empaths grow up in families that disarm them from any kind of defense, aka boundaries. Most empaths grow up in a family where boundaries is like, we're not having no boundaries. So with us starting over, another thing we're going to be learning is to trust that we are enough and that our guardian angels got our back. Okay? So I hope that helps you, beautiful, lovely souls. The 3-power pick a card is titled, What Tyranny and Oppression is Ending in Your Life? So welcome to the 3-power pick a card titled, What Tyranny and Oppression is Ending in Your Life? Let's acclimate to the energy. Like inso pala yun no, likisika pala kena, tikwala que sepa, talecossa pino, diarasa. Alrighty. There's 3 pals. You go to the pal or pals of choice you feel led to. And I'll see you when I see you. Que panolia que siko, baingenalo que siko farapalo, enamola que sa. Welcome, Power One. Let's look at what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life. We're using this beautiful deck. I love it. Okay. Jack of Hearts, supported by King of Diamonds. Poverty is ending in your life, okay? So, Power One, what I'm picking up is that you beautiful, lovely souls are tapping into your innocence, unafraid, free of fear, and you're starting to see that legacy wealth that is yours has always been within you. It's something that people wanted to take from you, but they can't. You know, if you think back to it, narcissists think that if they abuse you and exploit you, they'll be able to take your birthright. But no, they literally just block the blessings of it coming in. And the key to your legacy wealth is in that masculine childlike energy of yours to see the beauty in everything. Of course, you know, the feminine aspect of your childlike innocence is like the inspiration, but the Jack of Hearts is like taking that inspiration and making it so that it can be presently, you know, visible in the 3D. So what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life? Poverty, because you're connected back to that it's like I'm seeing a little boy skipping in a field of flowers with a kite. You're connecting back to when you had an idea and you would do it. You know how like you could be a kid and you see there's some steps. Okay, I'm thinking back. Okay, you know, like when you were a kid and your parent may say, don't do that, that's dangerous. But something keeps calling you to it. Jumping, you know, like let's say there's some stairs and there's 7. And you like, I can do this, and you just do it anyway. And even though you make it down there safe and sound, your parent could scold you and say, why did you do that? Don't do that again. And you may have to stop doing it. No, not anymore. You're gonna be the one that's deciding to jump down 7 flights of stairs. Not 7 flights, but 7 stairs. And people will be like, I want to do that. Like whoever could have, you know, went up against you. What's that on my nose? Okay. Whoever could have went up against you and was like, don't do that. Stop doing that. Stop exploring stop letting your curiosity lead you down a path of adventure. You're going to actually just be like, curiosity, what shall we do today? And this is where you're going to be able to end the poverty cycle. And I'm picking up because a lot of solutions to get out of poverty is in your imagination. And people from your past are going to be experiencing a lot of poverty now. So this is where, you know, if you were here for the beginning of the video where we discussed people who downplays you trying to get close to you because they feel like you're like the great light savior. But at the end of the day, because they're in conflict with themselves, it's going to start a whole nother cycle of war. It's just going to be different. It's not good to let people back in who really try to hurt you. Doesn't matter how. I'm so sorry. You ever seen 30 going on 30? No, 15 or 16 going on 30 with Jennifer Garner. Whoever the main character wanted to be like, she saw how popular, like her enemy saw how popular she was by nature, and she didn't have to try much. And so her enemy tried to sabotage her in every way possible. She tried to have close connections into anything connected to her. And then she ended up, taking her spot, or trying to take credit for something that she did because it didn't work out. So this just says, this level up and at a new place you're at right now, Power One. Anyone from the past trying to act like I'm sorry, I've been changing, not respecting your boundaries, acting as if I really need to get this message to you, but the messages that they could have told you. They could have told you a long time ago. That's all just a way to start another war with you, which will have you in tyranny and oppression again. And you'll be so focused on trying to protect yourself from them that your creativity will just be flopping. Okay, so at this point in time, Power One, you are seen as the queen of clubs. Okay, you have people in rooms that you may never go into because the opportunity is quite janky, who are discussing with this Ace of Clubs how to get your attention. With this Four of Clubs, they want you to feel comfortable. Okay, they want to get so close and intimate with you, like the Two of Hearts, so that they can build with you, because they want to go down the road not traveled with this Three of Diamonds, because they do not know how to go down that road by themselves. So take into consideration, if you can understand how the past is looking at you, then these people that with these janky opportunities, and I'm going to show you this board of people, because there's people who scout next talent. There's people who scout the new leaders. There's people who would have counted you out with this Nine of Spades. And now they're looking at you as Power One is where we need to be. We need to be on Power One's team. All right. These are with the Seven of Spades. These people are narcissists. Okay. But they have great work ethics. Okay. With this Eight of Diamonds, their work ethic is beyond anything you can imagine. And with this Five of Clubs here, they are willing to basically compete their asses off and wear a whole mask. And to end it with this Nine of Hearts right here, these people are responsible for some how can I describe this? These people will play dirty at all costs so that they can feel good. Now, and this Nine of Hearts is over the Ace of Clubs. These are people who will try to make you deals and they'll try to sleep with you at the same time. Okay, so like I said, Power One, you are being discussed in rooms that you would probably never go into, because these people do not have your best interest at heart. So this is why you're going to be discovering what happiness truly is. Okay, when an empath reaches a certain level of self-awareness, people do everything they can to get that empath to join their team. And you, Power One, you ain't gonna be falling for the okie doke. You're gonna be like, well, this isn't for me. In fact, Spirit is keeping you from these people. Whatever it is you're creating is going to scare these people off. Because it's like, what you'll understand about narcissist Power One is that if they have great work ethic, like the people that's got their eyes on you, Power One, They will sit and plan for months and strategize how to get close to you. Even though it's clear that you're protected and they won't get access to you, they'll just sit there and plan and plot and plan and plot. Especially the ones with a lot of zeros to their name, okay? They'll sit there and plan and plot because they feel that if, we've been able to catch big fish for a long time, well, this just gonna be, this gonna show us exactly how influential we are in the business world. So that's people you have watching you right now. Now, something to take into consideration, Power One, is the fact that they're not, being honest and making themselves known to you, and they're just sitting there watching back in the cut. You have to be mindful and be aware that these people don't have your best interest at heart. So the tyranny and oppression that's ending in your life is poverty connected to other people either sabotaging what you have by, keeping you in conflict and war, or people, lying to you and saying, I have an opportunity for you. And it's actually a trap so that they can, have some type of dominion over you. In fact, the reason you guys are going to reach this legacy wealth, Power One, is because you're going to do things your way, and you're going to do it on a schedule that fits you, not on somebody else's schedule. That's very beautiful. Let's get some more cards for you guys, and then we will wrap it up. We have the 9 of Spades, supported by the 3 of Diamonds. So Power One, what's ending in your life is depression. Now, maybe, you feel like you've overcome it and things like that. But what you're going to start to notice as you start to become more mindful, you're going to start to notice the games people have played. People from your past who made you feel left out in the cold, like there was something odd about you. And so you would start to, become your own worst enemy by speaking down to yourself. Let me put some stuff on my lips, honey. Gotta do self-care. People that made you feel bad when you took care of yourself. People that, you're going to start to notice there's some things that you naturally just do, Power One. And you're going to start to notice, because you're in a new vibration, people ain't going to treat you like how they used to treat you when you didn't know any better. You're going to start to notice that the more someone is emotionally and mentally unstable, and they're choosing to stay that way, because there's so many resources for a person to, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling angry. What can I do to make my situation better? You're going to start to notice there's just some people that is just choosing to not do anything different. So, hold on. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to notice that there is you're going to notice the steps, okay? Especially when you're going to notice the tactics, the narcissistic tactics, Power One, of people who left you out in the cold, okay? You're going to see there was a beautiful thing about having people keep you locked out, left out. You're going to start to notice that while these people made it look good, like we're together, you're going to really be able to pick up on, free of confusion of whose emotions are yours, whose emotions are whose, and what's yours. You're going to be able to pick up on these people use a lot of their life force up to act out an illusion. And they were so dedicated to acting out this particular illusion that this is what is happening to them right now. And you're going to be able to see it from a non-judging perspective. You're just going to be able to observe. You're going to really be able to observe these things because you came into the world not able to express your sovereignty. You know, you were possibly denied boundaries, Pal One. But now, because you're just observing, you're going to be able to see what's really motivating people. You're going to be able to notice that people who do janky shit really feel lower than low. So you're going to start to notice people who have gang stalked you are in high regret, Pal One, because they're going to really be forced to be honest with themselves. I'm around a bunch of people I don't feel safe with. And so I'm constantly in this hyper vigilant, fear-based mentality, a way of thinking, trying to make sure I am getting along with everybody because I know what these people are capable of. And as you become an observer of things, you're going to start to notice your triggers and how you normally would act, react, respond when someone would do certain things. And you're going to have people from the past try to press these same buttons, and you're going to start to notice I'm not responding or reacting. And this is going to really have a lot of these people on guard because the thing that used to trigger you ain't triggering you no more. And with this 3 of diamonds, you're going to have a lot of people who will just, it's going to be them on the outside looking in. And, you know, it's like they got comfortable being yes people to the wrong people. They're going to be seeing you and they're going to be trying to do some things to get your attention because they want to go down the road less traveled with you. But the road less traveled, the road that has not yet been taken for you, everybody can't go down that road. That's why, you know, Pal One, you'll be grateful for the fact that when you were younger and you would say, let's do something different with people who weren't good for you. You'll be grateful that they didn't comply because you will have viewed the road not taken as if this person tainted it and stained it. And so the road not taken for you is going to be beautiful, innocent, free of any nasty, toxic energy. And as I stated, people ain't gonna approach you like they did before. They gonna be much more methodical and analytical. But the more authentic you become, these people just literally gonna be sitting there wasting their life force away till they realize finally I can't get to Pal One. That's why I said there's gonna be people discussing you in rooms that you will never go into because you're gonna be creating the opportunities that will keep you a free sovereign being so that you and your legacy do not have to wind up in another spiritual warfare where someone is trying to remove your foundation, your emotional foundation. They're like, you won't be surrounded by people who are trying to upset you emotionally, mentally, so that your outside world will be negatively impacted. And I hope that helped you, Pal One. This is very beautiful. I want to say thank you for what you guys are doing and congratulations on your new beginning. Okay, let's cleanse the cards. I just got real warm. I'm so grateful for that. Pal 2, welcome. Let's acclimate to the energy. Feels like sunshine is shining on you guys, pal, too. Like I'm extra warm, my body's heated, and not in like where it's like an imbalance, but more so where I feel warm and lighthearted. I feel like, you know, I've let go of what I need to let go of in winter time, planted seeds in spring, and now that summer is fastly approaching, I'll be able to enjoy the summertime without having to look over my shoulder. Oh, wow. So pile 2, what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life? You guys are in a lot of nasty cycles. 3 of spades and the jack of clubs. So the tyranny and oppression that's ending in your life is you are really understanding the layers of conflict. So with this 3 of spades here, this shows me, you know, that there's a high level of accountability here. You're releasing things about like changing routes up, releasing things about yourself that can contribute to people who are fueled by this toxic passion towards you to harm you. And this is going to really upset these people because instead of them getting harmed, they're going to be getting harmed. It's like, let's say I feel like I knew you and I feel like you're slipping through my fingers, and it's just like I'm still not taking heed to the signs, even though I'm getting karma. I feel like there's this immature passion towards you, and it's spiraling out of control. And I've been trying to do a lot of cover up to get away with it. And I'm getting a lot of karma back. I'm getting my own energy back, and I'm getting all the trauma back. And because I'm moving so fast, and I can tell I'm running out of time, I'm really trying my best to get under your skin by any means necessary. And what I'm picking up here is power 2. You're going to be understanding that I don't have to react just because you're in a reactionary energy. Even though, you know, this could be someone with this 3 of spades who harmed you in a way where there's no going back. You're going to be developing this sense of maturity and responsibility where you're understanding that the actions I take after someone tries to trigger me is just that. It's my actions. I can't no longer, and I already feel like you're in this energy, but it's going to be maturing. I'm like maturing to a place of a CEO where, yes, I feel like, because I had a deep connection with this individual once upon a time, but at this point in time, I have so much more that requires my attention. So yes, I'm gonna thank this person for this healing experience. I'm gonna thank the universe for this experience of awareness that I was not aware of, and I'm gonna just keep it pushing. And that doesn't mean you won't feel anything or you will, you know, it wouldn't have impacted you. You just gonna realize what you're doing is hurting you. I'm also picking up power too. You also might be finding a way to just, when someone tries to trigger you to harm, like so they can cause you harm because they're going through a lot of harm, you know, in their own life from outside people's actions, the ones closest to them. You're going to get to a place where instead of just sitting there and mulling over it, you'll go and take action. You might just go to a place where you can feel comfortable and just sit in silence. Or you might just go to a place where everything makes sense. Instead of just sitting in that nasty energy, you know, after having dealt with that person, you'll just be at a place where it's just like, these things happen. There's no need to be upset about it. And this is going to increase the grief for the person, because they're going to wish that they had just simply expressed how they felt to you from the get-go. And they're also going to be realizing they started a war with you due to them not being part of the reason, not being good communicators. So what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life, people who went above and beyond to hurt you because they feel like they missed out on an opportunity with you is actually going to be hurting themselves. And you're going to be realizing how fast you can regenerate if someone has the intentions to hurt you. So let's say I had the intention I really wanted you to feel down in the dumps like I do. You know, even though I can tell that what I'm doing is not working, I just really am trying to get a message to you. So I'm making a whole ass fool out of myself, right? Well, you're going to find a way to have me just feeling like a even worse fool. And it's going to be something that doesn't require much energy when you do it. You're just going to start trusting this is not for me. I understand, you know, that I could be in your shoes, and I understand that if I don't take the necessary actions to make sure I stay balanced, then I could end up in your shoes in my own unique way. And you're going to love yourself so much that you're going to carve a schedule out so where you can just have some time to release negative energy. Even if it's 15 minutes, you could be in the bathroom, on the toilet, just whatever it is you do, you're going to find a way to release negative energy. And also what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life is being on someone else's time schedule, pile too. In fact, you're going to notice that people are going to be asking you more, when can we speak? And they're going to be falling in line with when you say you can speak, because they want to be in your energy. And so don't take it personal, like, okay, energy vampires doing energy vampire shit, you know, and I'm upset. Just look at it as energy vampires doing energy vampire shit. And before, if I do have to engage with an energy vampire, I'm going to do what I need to do before. So you can up your protection afterwards. I mean, before and afterwards, just release your energy. Okay? You know, simply put. All right, so we got 3 of hearts, 7 of hearts, and 5 of diamonds. Okay, so what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life? Feeling misunderstood, feeling like your back is against the wall, feeling like you have to overcompensate to get, you know, to be around, like to have people in your company. Cycles of loneliness, cycles of isolation, because your discernment is going to be constantly peaking, evolving to the point where you're going to start to recognize cycles where, okay, so I would like some company, and this is what I'm allowing into my life right now, even though I can tell that this person is going to, you know, do some janky shit. You know, if I allow them into my space, I can tell that for that moment, I may feel as if I have someone around me, but I'm going to get back into an old space again. So you can start picking up on habits that you would have when you let in people who were not honest with you, and they were energy vampires and took from you. You're going to start to pick up on the cycles that would happen before people would start becoming cold with you, sarcastic with you, curt with you, harsh, and give you the silent treatment. You're going to start to pick up on all that. And then you're going to start to understand that while you're building and picking through these layers, you know, that you're actually calling in your soul tribe. So you may be feeling like during these moments in time, as you're calling your soul tribe in, you're going to start to feel like, well, you're going to feel it energetically. And your faith is going to be being built because you're going to have to really trust that, like, I know what my psychic abilities are telling me is true. In fact, you're going to develop such a deep trust with the universe. Like, ain't nobody going to fuck with you because people going to automatically pick up energetically. If I fuck with power 2, it's over. I just saw 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 second. So that right there, you're protected. But the tyranny and oppressions ending in your life is frenemy dynamics. And it's not because you made a wish and said, I just want good friends. You're recognizing the patterns according to your particular blueprint. Okay, so they normally start offering me things, love bombing me, giving me things. They start being elusive, repeating exactly what I'm saying in a different way or the same way to make it seem as if we're on the same path. And then when we get even closer, they start trying to tear me down by being sarcastic. It's like they start trying to shame and guilt me. And then they start becoming harsh with me and then trying to make me feel as if, well, you need to make sure you are taking care of everybody else here. Basically, this is the tyranny and oppressions in and in your life, as I'll say it again, is frenemy dynamics, okay? Because power 2, you normally draw a lot of people to you that would like to interact with you. And even though they would like to have a part in your life, you understand long term, these people will be a detriment to you. They can't go down that path that you're going. You can't take them with you because you'll just be starting another karmic cycle with somebody. Like, imagine I already peeped you out from across the room and I'm like, I would love to be friends with Pal too. But I know I ain't shit, right? Well, but I'm watching you and seeing how to get close to you and things like that. How too, you're gonna be able to pick up on this type of energy. You're gonna be able to pick up on people who realize that getting to be your friends like playing the lottery. So they're gonna try to basically watch you for a while and hoping they can come in and appear like cloaked, okay? Let's get one more tyranny and oppression that's ended in the lives of pile 2. We have the 4 of diamonds, the ace of diamonds, and ace of clubs. So what I'm picking up here that's ended for you guys, a cycle of being sacrificial lambs, okay? You've had a lot of people want to sacrifice you guys because they don't understand how the art of manifestation works. They just think you guys are lucky out your ass. No. And you would suppose to have these new opportunities for stability that will constantly have you juggling. It's like getting a 9 to 5. You know, being around people that don't want to see you happy, that don't want to see you succeed. And then you're just like, have to tolerate this. No, you're going to realize I don't have to tolerate this. I know how to manifest, okay? I know how to manifest a brand new beginning away from all this shit. And you're going to be getting these new beginnings. In fact, your life is going to appear so magical to people. If someone even has the audacity to ask you, what is it that you do for a living? And let's say you got honest with them and you said, hey, I make clothes for birds. They'll be like, wow, how'd you get into that? You know, you have a lot of people very interested in your life, pal, too. And so what I'm picking up here is people would leave like, okay, what can I do to start making some money in a way that's going to make me happy? But they won't realize they're not in alignment with what it is they're looking for. So you may, just have brief run-ins with people, because when people who do not know how to make their dreams come true come into contact with you, they like to get you off balance. People who have the opportunity to see you often, for whatever reason, power 2, they like to create chaotic confusion fueled illusion situations for you guys. So you'll constantly feel like you're juggling and doing things. And you're also going to be blessed with solutions on how to how to basically, let's say I try to start a fire. You're going to start noticing that from past situations, when people started forest fires in your forest, there was a group of people doing it. They would start at one place, then somebody else would run off here, somebody would run off there, things like that. And you're going to start catching it. And you're going to start basically diffusing these fires without using up a lot of your life force, okay? And you're going to be blessed with time to recharge to get that back. Now, these people who will be the ones trying to start forest fires in your forest because they're not understanding that the war is over, and they're just like, I'm focused on taking pile 2 down. They're going to be trying to figure out why it is everything they're trying to do to you is not working. And they're going to start, like, you're going to be getting all this shit going to be sneaky. All this forest fire start going to be sneaky as hell. They going to really be like, I really love what pile 2 does, but because pile 2 won't let me travel the road not taken with them, I'm just going to sit here and hate. And so you're going to be the one in a whole new level, on a whole new wavelength. When you interact with them, they're going to feel like they have very limited time with you. They're going to start kissing your ass. That's one of the things I'm picking up, because they realize that with the little bit of time that they have with you, is like everything. It's not everything, but they're going to start to realize they feel like they really missed out on life. It's like pile 2, after people meet you, they really wish they had taken the time to get to know you, because they really start to feel like they wasted a huge chunk of their life. It's like, let's say you bought, like, you for 50 years, you've been under a spell thinking, okay, this is my life, I'm happy. They meet you. They go back to the house. I want something more. I want something more. It's like what they call when somebody is in that age where they want to how would you describe when an older gentleman would go out and start buying things that he wanted to get as a child, and his wife would be like, he just started buying all this new stuff. You help people's childhood dreams come to the surface, and those who have not been true to themselves, they get very angry with themselves because they realize, I wish I had made different decisions. Like, you really help people realize the importance of being honest and building a relationship with people. Because even those who try to plan and plot against you, and the numbers are dropping down very drastically, pile 2, they really just feel like, I wish I had a friend like pile 2. So to conclude this, and I'm so proud of you guys, pile 2, basically, you are not going to be walking into booby traps. And of course, the universe is going to be doing what the universe does, but you guys are going to be helping the universe by, you know what the universe says? Slow down, pay attention. And then you're going to start building a close relationship with your intuition. Your intuition says, let's go a different route today. You're going to go that way. And if let's say I set something up for you to get attacked a certain way, I'm going to be the one just looking, why did such and such not go down this way today? And because these people that I really fueled with all these lies about you, they going to have really got all this energy in them to hurt somebody. They gonna start fighting among themselves. So you may see people who really invested the last of their life force into harming you. Hi, let's work together, hoping that you'll give in, but you already understand the dangerous cycle. And don't be afraid that you're gonna buckle under pressure, because they're just constantly trying to give things to you. They're gonna be trying to breadcrumb you, pile 2, and to the point where they're gonna give you exactly what you are worthy of having. But just be mindful that in this process, Notice that when people are trying to breadcrumb you, it's because they have nothing to give. Their life force is low. Okay, if my life force is low and I know that you have an abundance of energy power too, and I'm trying to give things to you and I need things, there obviously is a red flag right there. Okay. And this is where you're going to be able to negotiate things on your terms. And because that life force is so low, they ain't going to want to argue with you. They ain't going to want to do much. They're going to just be like, eventually they're going to just say, okay, let's cleanse the energy pile too. A nice little nap will be just fine. Welcome, Power 3. I'm about to cleanse the cards, and then we'll get into your pal. Spirit ass delivered. It just got real hot in here. All right, let's climb the energy to pile 3. So what tyranny and oppression is ending in pile 3's life? I feel as if I feel extremely extra warm with you guys. I feel like, and I felt something happen with my third eye. I feel like I really just need to take to really, like, I don't know how to explain it. We have 7 of clubs, 3 of clubs, and the Joker. So what I'm picking up, pile 3, anyone that wants some smoke with you, you see this man walking past, he look mad, like how hot it is. I feel like it's an uncomfortable heat. It's like, I feel like I'd rather just shut up. The heat is like being in your presence, pile 3. You're cleansing me, and I don't want to be cleansed. So this is how powerful of healers you are, pile 3. People that don't want to change are forced to change in your vicinity. It's like I was also picking up on Phoenix energy. The Phoenix has to choose to change. Yeah, the Phoenix is, experiences that fire. But the Phoenix made peace with the fire. The Phoenix made peace with, being destroyed and rebirthed. But what happens to people who choose not to rebirth on their own when they're in your presence? Your energy beats them down. They could have been trying to convince themselves of some illusions that made them feel safe. And it's like when you come in the room, pile 3, there's this heat, and it's like something happening in my crown chakra, and it's like any belief system that I got that doesn't serve me, and if I try to hold on to it, I end up wearing and tearing my own energy force down. And also my throat chakra is blocked if I want to say something to you and I don't need to be saying nothing to you. That's cool, pile 3. We also got the Joker, psychic. So people can pick up right away that you highly psychic.
So not only are you a healer, but you're highly psychic, Pile 3. So people go in and it's like they don't want to rebirth. It's like basically the fire is purging them of whatever it is they don't want to do. So let's say after I leave your presence, Pile 3, and I'm just like, well, I don't care what I just experienced. I'm about to go do some fuck shit anyway and hope that it works out in my favor. Well, I end up, you know, if I'm on the receiving the negative end of karma, the receiving end, I end up walking into traps. Maybe mad at you because after people have an interaction with you, Pile 3, their lives are never the same. It's like you could be in someone could be in an abusive relationship, trying to make themselves feel like I'm right where I'm doing what I need to do. You know, it'll get better. And after being around you, your energy is just so, you're such a powerful healer. People want to be around you, but then they don't want, for those that don't want the truth that come with you, they can't stand you. So then it's just like, even just briefly passing you, Pile 3, their life changes. So they go home and try to make this abusive relationship work, only to find out they feel worse. And the abuse feels worse. Everything just feels heavy. So the tyranny and oppression is ending in your life is people getting buck wild with y'all. Because Pile 3, I feel like people used to just take their anger out on you. They used to be like, I'm about to fuck Pile 3 up. And now they just, something stops them. Like their energy force, their life force gets drained. And this is your ancestors protecting you. I'm picking up your ancestors you have a good security team, archangels. Do not fear, Pile 3. You are super protected, okay? Anyone who caused you any troubles in the past, I mean any kind of trouble, like I feel like they're being purged to the point that they may say, I'm too weak to fight back. And then the truth is like, no, you're not. Fight back. And they're just like, but I don't have the energy and strength. And something will say, fight back anyway. And then they'll be like, I don't want to fight back. And then the truth will say, this is why you're getting abused. People can't lie to you. Pile 3, people can't come up and say to you, well, this is why we're doing this. They can, like, after they meet you, they can't even lie to anybody else. So we got the Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Spades, and Seven of Hearts. So what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life? I'm definitely feeling you about to have more privacy, Pile 3. And not from a place of isolation, just you're going to be there's something you changing up. You're changing up the way you go about, you're changing up your relationship with money. So a form of tyranny and oppression that's ending in your life is you subjecting yourself to opportunities that are just scams. It's like you're recognizing how much pain you can take. You're recognizing what brings you pain. You're creating a plan to, not take the pain personal. You're creating a plan to identify how the pain feels. It's like you're getting so closely, like your self-awareness is so heightened, Pile 3, to the point that you'll understand, okay, when I feel this pain, this is based off of this. I need to maintain clarity. How do I maintain clarity? So you guys are creating blueprints so that if you're in certain situations, you'll be able to keep your heart chakra open. Because whatever it is you're creating, your heart chakra needs to be open and things like that, pile 3. So the tyranny and oppression that's ending in your life is you allowing the outside world to interfere with your emotional energy. You're not going to allow yourself to become cold-hearted. Because you're taking accountability. Yeah, I can't fix everything. And so I can call on the universe. I can call on my ancestors. I can call on the archangels to help me. You know, you're going to be developing very unique solutions to deal with very interesting, difficult situations. You also even going to start noticing how things aren't really all that difficult. It's just a whole bunch of people who are in this difficult energy is making it something it's not. And you're going to be the one saying, hey, wouldn't it be wise if we just did this? And people are going to be like, wait, that works. That really does work. Let's do it. Yeah, you also gonna be accepting a tyranny and oppression is ending in your life, pile 3s that you can't. You is trying to control everything. You gonna be accepting. Okay, if I do feel a certain amount of pain here in this situation, that's all right. You also gonna becoming aware of the fact that a whole lot of people is not as self-aware as you. You gonna be like noticing. Wait, this makes me feel this way, but I know how to stay calm, cool, and collected. And no one's able to pick up on it. Like pile 3, your level of self-awareness, no one can oppress you at all. That's why when you're gonna be creating your own opportunities, pile 3, you're gonna be noticing that while some people may try to, pick apart other people, they're not gonna be trying to pick you apart. So you're gonna be creating a product that attracts your client market. Your target market, and it's gonna be very successful. We got 4 hearts, supported by 10 spades. So, what tyranny and oppression is ending in your life, pile 3? You're going to start noticing when you start pushing yourself hard to the point where why am I pushing myself so hard? Why am I telling myself I have to do something by a certain time in a certain way? You won't even start to notice there's things you actually don't want to be doing. Then you start to notice there's things you want to be doing. And you will basically be only doing what you want to do. It's like there's something that only you can create, pile 3, that has not been invented yet. That's cool. It's like maybe you was telling yourself, I have to stick to this trajectory, and you're going to start noticing how you feel when you're trying to push yourself a certain way. Then you will notice there's things that you just normally do that feels light. And that's what you're going to you're going to create something where you feel light, because you're going to start to notice when you start feeling heavy, that's someone else's expectations on you or some unrealistic illusion that you have created for yourself that's causing you mental havoc. And you're going to have people who are going to be developing like migraines trying to figure out what you're doing. They're not going to be able to pick up what you're doing. All they're going to know is whatever you're doing is successful, pile 3. These people are going to be trying to figure out what is pile 3 doing. And I'm picking up, this is people who try to gaslight you, where you experience a lot of narcissistic abuse with. These people are going to be trying to figure out what you are doing, like their life depends on it. And this is people who got caught up in scandals trying to defamate you in any way possible, okay? But these people are going to be trying to figure out what you're doing, how you doing it, and they're going to be wanting to, they're going to be realizing They left a whole lot of clues about what they was doing. Like the migraines I'm picking up, no amount of medicine, even if they play Reiki, it ain't gonna work. And this is part of their karma. We got this Jack of Clubs here. The people who was on a witch hunt for you, 10 of Diamonds, they gonna help you. Like literally, you got so much money coming to you, Power 3. They should never been on the witch hunt with you. They should never have been on a witch hunt with you. And the fact is, Power 3, you got a story to tell. Your story matters. It's gonna help a lot of people understand why they've been experiencing what they've been experiencing with people who supposedly they family, but it's actually a whole bunch of whole ass narcissists. So the tyranny and oppression is ending in your life. Power 3 is a huge cycle. Now be patient, because the cycle ain't gonna end the way you think it's gonna end. In fact, I believe you guys are so intelligent and logical thinking at times, you probably thought it's gonna end this way. No, the way it ends is gonna surprise you. It's like watching a movie. And you like, I know how this movie gonna end, and it don't end that way. In a completely different way. Okay? Let's get one last card for Power 3. And I'm so excited to be delivering these messages to you. I hope that you receive this well. But yeah, there's a lot of people that's about to they left a whole lot of breadcrumbs about what they was doing. And people been investigating. We got the Joker in reverse and the 3 of spades. I was about to say swords. So what I'm picking up with this Joker in reverse, these people who are going above and beyond to try to, cover up their tracks for what they did to you, they are so mentally exhausted with this Joker, they don't see a way out of it. See, the Joker upright lets me know that you have a youthfulness and creative abilities to create a solution out of nowhere. And these people, they feel like that back is up against the wall. Anybody who tried to make you feel like you was a rat cornered and things like that, now they feel like they're cornered. They don't have any way out, and they're having nightmares about what's about to happen to them. So when you speak to them, if you have to speak to them, they're going to be very nervous. They're going to be over analyzing the way they speak, over analyzing the way they think. They're basically going to try to appear as whatever it is they think you want them to appear to be, because they got people that's investigating them for what they did to you, Power 3. I'm picking up heavy. Whoever try to stop your new beginnings is getting signs everywhere of what's to come for them. They're getting signs in their sleep. They're getting signs in their everyday waking life. They're getting signs. And there's no solution. There's no cover up that will help them get out of this situation. What else does Power 3 need to know before we close out this beautiful healing session? Yeah, Jack of Clubs, 10 of Diamonds. Everybody who was on a witch hunt with you is being investigated. And this whole, the tyranny and oppression is ending your life is people from your past who've been trying to just basically steal your legacy. But the thing is, everybody who tried to sacrifice you, I mean everybody, Power 3, they didn't realize they was getting all this energy about you going to be able to have legacy wealth because they would be the ones giving it to you. It's like, let's say I go to get a reading on you, right? And I'm not understanding that I'm gonna have a huge role to play in what you receive. All I know is let's get a reading on this individual. And it's like, oh shit, such and such gonna have this, such and such gonna have that. And so I try to control you and keep you close. Now understanding that all the trauma I put you through is what molded you in some way to be this bright light, to be this loving individual, right? And I wage war on you because I'm like, I'm gonna get your inheritance. Not realizing the reason you get an inheritance is because of me. I'm basically, whoever it is that wanted to set you up and hurt you, they're gonna be giving you their last. And not in the way you think. The way it's gonna show up, whoever's in bullying you in real life is about to be put to an end. You close out a very heavy, difficult cycle. And you're going to notice as this energy is removing from your body, you might be wanting to rest more. That's okay. Do what you got to do. You might be craving whatever it is you like. You might be craving a food or a thing. Go for it, okay? And we're going to close out the energy, but I want to say congratulations, Pile 3. Thank you for allowing me to deliver this high vibrational reading, and I'm grateful.